well. So now we want to get into kind of what is going on for the month of October. We've already announced that our pumpkin hunt started last week. The rain has put a little bit of a delay into that, but for those of you who are watching us for the first time and don't know what our pumpkin hunt is, this is our annual hunt for the golden pumpkin. And we usually tend to decorate around 40 to 45 pumpkins. 40 of those are like painted pumpkins. So we make them like green and look like a witch, or we make them rainbow, or we just paint them some different style. But then we also have some that are painted just gold. So they're spray painted gold. They're very metallic y looking. It's obvious that it's a gold pumpkin. And all of them have a tag on there that give you the instructions on how to enter. So if you're out in Northwest Arkansas and you see one of these pumpkins at your local schools, at your local parks, your museums, all of your big landmarks across Northwest Arkansas, then you want to pick up that pumpkin and follow the instructions on the back. The biggest confusion we've had this year is that the tag's been the same every year, but the tag says on the front, the hunt for the golden pumpkin. And because golden pumpkin is really big, people think that it's the golden pumpkin, but literally the golden pumpkin is gold. Okay, so that's the inside track for all of you that are watching us here. If you do find what we call a painted pumpkin or a PDAO pumpkin, then that is an entry into our contest. So golden pumpkins are automatic winners of $200, and then painted pumpkins are an individual entry into the drawing for a $200 gift card. So we'll be giving away 5 total $200 Visa gift cards. 4 of those are for the golden pumpkins. We will hide them in the city limits of Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers, or Bentonville. And then the 5th gift card is given away to it goes into a drawing and given away to the winner that we draw the name of everybody who found all the painted pumpkins. Now this year we are doing something a little differently, and every time you post about our pumpkin hunt and tag us on Instagram, then we will also enter your name into the gift card drawing for the $200. Okay. Then we're also going to be having a pumpkin decorating contest. So get your pumpkins in by Thursday, October 29th. We do prefer uncarved pumpkins or a fake carved pumpkin. We've seen everything from popcorn to people that make the animals from our offices to dental related. You can run the gamut of whatever you want to do. It can be a family entry, and we will be giving away a gift card for that as well. Normally, we try to do a first, second, third place winner for those in each location. But again, you can drop those off at any office, and we'll get your name and your phone number, and we'll make sure we have all that information. And then if you want the pumpkin returned to you, we can do that as well. But again, we would like all of those to be turned in by Thursday, October 29th. Sorry, October 28th. Got to do dates. Thursday, October 28th. Then the next thing that we have not announced yet, and we will be sending out an email to all of our subscribers, is that we want to invite you to test drive your Halloween costumes this year. So the entire week of Halloween, starting with what I believe is the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th, our office will be open during their normal business hours and decorated for Halloween. We're going to have really fun photo ops outdoor as well as indoor, and you can bring your child in their Halloween costume. They do not have to be a patient. They do not have to have an appointment. You can just let us know that you're there to test drive your costume or to take a photo with our photo op. And every child who shows up in their costume that entire week will get a goodie bag full of really sweet Halloween fun little toys and stuff like that, as well as a special Halloween toothbrush. But we just want to invite you to enjoy the holiday with your kids. We know last year was a lot different for a lot of kids, so we really want to make this year really fun. We know Halloween is also a big source of candy for everyone. So the Thursday before Halloween, we will be doing a special live video about what to do about all that Halloween candy, okay? So again, the pumpkin hunt's going on. We want to see your decorated pumpkins here in our office, and then we also invite you to come in costume to our office the week of October 25th. Now, the next thing is on here, as we said in the description of this, is that we're going to have a special announcement. So at the end of this video, once we get through all the orthodontic questions, we have a really, really big announcement that we are super excited about telling you today. And so I hope you'll stay tuned for that as well. So now we're going to get into the topics for today's live, and that is, what are your top orthodontic questions? So October is Orthodontic Health Month, so we thought this would be a good time to review some of our more popular asked questions. So one of the first questions, and this is probably the most popular question, is at what age should my child be seen for an orthodontic consult? And that is actually put forth by the American Academy of Orthodontists, and that is age 7. They feel like that's an appropriate age to start seeing an orthodontist. Now, they may not be ready to start orthodontics at that age. You may think that's really young, but there are a couple of reasons why you want to do this. You want to get a head start. So, this is going to go into a second question here in a minute, but there's going to be a head start that you may want to get into, which we call phase 1, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But really, any age 7 and up is appropriate, but not younger than 7. We're going to start looking at how they're developing, how their permanent teeth are coming in. We're able to take a full mouth x-ray at that point. And we're just able to do a lot of things. If it is needed, we can do what we call early interceptive treatment. Now, that brings me to just to let you know that the orthodontic consults are free in our practice. So you can see Dr. Jason, just call us up, set up a new patient appointment. If you're already a patient of ours, you can do that, and we'll get you taken care of for that. Now, um, that brings me into that other question where I talked about early interceptive treatment. So, why does my child need 2 phases of orthodontic treatment? So, sometimes you show up for this consult at age 7 or 8, and we're like, yeah, we can do this now, this one set of orthodontics now. And then when they're 12, 13, we'll do what we call a phase 2. So, this is a type of treatment that is done in phases. So, phase 1 is kind of just lining things up, getting things back on track, making sure that all their permanent teeth are going to come in correctly. Sometimes kids have their what you call your fangs or your but sometimes you have your canines blocked out, and you have to have some type of procedure done to get those to come down. And there's just a lot of things that go into orthodontics that the earlier you catch those things, the easier it is to fix it in the later stages. So phase 1 may just be aligning some things so that phase 2 can go faster. And it's all dependent upon the child. There's going to be individual orthodontic services for every single child. Is going to have a different type of treatment plan. And so that goes into how much do braces cost? This is another really popular question, which is one of the hardest questions to answer. Braces are an investment. They can be, but it is a lifetime investment. Okay. So you're doing the work now and your smile will last a lifetime. So depending on if you're doing 1 phase, 2 phases, what type of appliances we're using, that all incurs what the cost is, as well as the treatment time. So you've got to think about the fact that if you're starting at age 7 to 10, you're going to have a certain set of appliances. And then when you have to come and do the second phase, you're going to have another set of appliances. Now, if you do phase 1 and phase 2 with our office, we do like a discount thing there and make sure that you're not paying like double price for everything. Um, but braces can cost anywhere from as low as $1,400 for just some minor fixes, all the way up to, a little under $7,000. They can be, the more expensive, the older they are, and the more work that's needed. So all the costs that's incurred in that is you have lab fees, you have the cost of the appliances, you have the orthodontist time. So every time they're coming in, you have the retainers, which that's one of our questions. We'll go back to that in a minute. But there are a lot of things involved in that price. So depending on where you're starting will determine the price, okay? And don't let that top tier price scare you from coming in and getting an orthodontic consult. At our office, we will work with you. We will make sure that you can get the orthodontic treatment that you're seeking, regardless of your financial status. We will work with you, okay? So then the next question that usually comes in is, how does insurance work for orthodontics? So today we're just going to be talking about your employee benefits as far as your Delta Dentals, your Cignas, your Blue Cross Blue Shields. And normally on a lot of those plans, your child will be covered at a certain maximum amount. So normally you'll have $1,000 towards braces, $1,500 towards braces, $2,000 towards braces, and that is considered a lifetime maximum, meaning that it doesn't renew every year. It's just a lifetime benefit. So if the braces, we'll use even numbers, are $4,000 and your insurance is going to pay $1,000, then you would be responsible for $3,000. And we will look all that up. We will give you all your benefits. We stay on top of your insurance. There are things where we tell you, you really have to pay attention to this. If you lose and change employment or something like that and your insurance changes, you have to know that, because the insurance doesn't just send us $1,000 immediately. So we will work with you on that. So also don't let the fret of your insurance also keep you away from doing an orthodontic consult. That is what we are here for. We have staff in place. that knows everything about this and can help you out. And again, if you have any questions about any of this, you can always email me directly. Next question that we get a lot, and this comes up normally in the consult phase, is how long will my child be in braces? Again, this is dependent on the amount of treatment that they need, as well as the type of appliances that they're using. You'll usually see a treatment plan go, he'll say, I think it'll be 12 months. I think it'll be 12 to 18 months. I think it'll be 18 months or 18 to 24 months. And some can go longer than that. I was in braces and it did take a while, but I had to have a lot of work done. So I understood that. Also, your treatment time also depends on how cooperative of a patient you are. So the more compliant you are, if you have to wear rubber bands or if you have appliances that you have to turn and things like that, just making sure that you're staying on top of all of the instructions that Dr. Jason and the assistants are giving you, then that will make you stay more in line with your treatment plan. So next question is, what type of orthodontic appliances do you use? And again, we do several different things. So depending on the age of the child. So we do things called RPEs, which are rapid palate expanders, where that's if you have a more narrow roof of your mouth, we're going to widen that so that your teeth get a better smile and you get a wider smile and all of your teeth can come in. We do things called Hertz, which have a lot to do with your bites. We use rubber bands. We do Invisalign or other kinds of clear aligners. And then we also do braces, obviously. And in our office, we only do the clear braces. So we do not use any of the traditional metal braces anymore. Everyone gets clear regardless, and there is no upcharge for that. And then, can my child still choose colors with clear brackets? That's another question we get. Usually it's from the kid, can I still have colors? But sometimes the parents are asking on behalf of the child. But with those clear brackets, what's going on there is just little, we call them ties or O-rings or whatever, and they're just colored, and those can go on at any time. So if you want the colors over the clear, we can totally do that. Okay. So, and then the last question, as far as children's orthodontics, is, are retainers included? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. Your first set of retainers is always included in the price that we are giving you. So you'll sign a document that even says retainers are included. Now, what's not included is if you lose those retainers, if you break those retainers, or if we have to do any type of replacement. So if you lose them and we have to replace them, it's right now the appliances cost $250 per arch. So if you have an upper retainer that we have to replace, that's $250, lowers $250, and that is included in the price that you're originally given if a retainer is needed after the services. Okay. Now, if you have things that are just wrong with it and we have to like replace it, like we can do it in the office, there may be a small minimal fee. If we have to send it off to the lab to be repaired, there'll be a lab fee for that. Well, we will work with you. Do not let the cost of retainers keep you from coming back to get your retainers. If you lose them, they are very, very important. They are what are going to sustain your smile for a lifetime. So you want to make sure that you always, always, always have your retainer, even as an adult, just in case. Okay. And then last but not least, we also get questions about this because we are considered a kids office, is, do we see adults for orthodontic treatment? And the answer to that is absolutely 100% yes. We love our adult patients. We have some really, really, really good people who come to our office. We absolutely love them. We love to take care of your smile. We try to do different things so that you're not having to like hang out in the kids' waiting room or anything like that. You've probably seen some interviews we've done with one of our patients, Brian. If you want some information or want me to tag you in those videos, just let me know. Brian has been in Invisalign treatment with Dr. Jason. And every time we see him, I can just tell like he's smiling bigger and bigger. And he took the step to do something for himself. He was not happy with his smile, and he has taken the steps to do that. And so we want to encourage you that if you're, having doubts about your smile, or you don't like what something looks like, or something seems off, like, we are more than happy to do a free consult, let you know what all that would entail, and then hopefully you can become one of our patients as well as part of our PDA&O family. So that's a lot of questions we went over. I always say at the end of my broadcast that you can email me. You can also call our office to ask any questions. And so now it is time for our special announcement. And I am super, super excited to be the one to be able to announce this to the public. We have had a little bit go out. We've been going around town visiting with other dentists in our area. But we want to let you know that we have a new orthodontist joining our practice in spring of 2022. He will be in our Bentonville location, and his name is Dr. Skylar Maxwell. Dr. Skylar comes to us from Waldron, Arkansas, so he's Arkansas born and raised. He's a huge Razorback fan. He and I are fighting for who's the biggest Razorback fan right now. And we are just super excited to have him and his wife, Carrie, come and join our practice, join our PDA&O family. He graduated from dental school at LSU. We've already given him a hard time about that, but Arkansas doesn't really have a dental school, so we'll allow it. And then he also is about to graduate with his orthodontic degree from the University of Oklahoma, and that school is out of Oklahoma City. So him and his wife are currently there. He will be finishing up everything in December, moving to the area, and he will be with Dr. Jason for a couple of months in the Fayetteville location, and then he will join us here in Bentonville. We are doing some reconstruction and doing some remodeling in our office, in our Bentonville office, and we can't wait to show you all of the progress as that side continues to grow. We are super, super excited. As soon as we are ready to schedule those appointments, we will definitely have an announcement up. We'll be showing you some photos of Dr. Skylar. And then also we will be putting up a video that we recorded of him. But anything that you have questions about, I want you to email me. So if you're interested in starting your child or yourself in orthodontic treatment in our Bentonville location, I want you to email me directly. And you can do that by emailing amy@smilesarwild.com. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. You can also call the office and ask for me, but I will tell you email is probably the fastest way to get to me. But we are super excited to have Dr. Skylar. We're hoping to maybe have him on a live soon. We don't know if we can get him on here, but we're going to try and nudge him a little bit and try to get him to come face to face with us. But again, we will be posting all kinds of things about him. We are super, super excited. We think he's going to be outstanding. We think him joining our family is just the perfect fit, and we know that he will be the perfect fit for your family as well. Again, we went over a lot of stuff today. So as you're watching back, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. You can direct message us on Facebook or Instagram. You can also comment on this video right now. We'll try to get your questions answered. I do know that I owe somebody an email link, and I will get that done. And we are also going to be drawing for the winner of the photo selfie contest from the fair from a couple weeks ago. We'll be doing that later today. Thank you guys so much for watching us. We will see you guys again next week. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and go visit us on smilesarwild.com.